me, because as we know, there are known knowns. There are things we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns, the ones we don't know we don't know.
Okay. Got a couple of people in now. Just thought I'd do a different start the show in a slightly different way. And let's continue in this theme. Okay, you know what it is? Or do you know what it is? Let's get some volume on this. It's Minneapolis, USA. The killing of another innocent tax-paying citizen. The tear gassing, the mace spraying of tax-paying citizens, the citizenry in America are under attack. The citizenry are under attack. Why is it still playing? What's going on? Okay. This is the opening of the show. Police precinct set alight. Citizens can only take so much. They will, when provoked enough, fight back. chick tries to run over man in Minneapolis. This is after the murder of a citizen by police in the USA. It's madness out there. It's madness out there. How do I get out of here? I'm trapped. Okay, we're good. Okay, so you can see what's going on over there in the US of A. It's crazy, I tell you. It's crazy, I tell you. People are watching, nobody's talking. People are watching, nobody's talking. Or maybe you're just watching. Maybe so enthralled, engrossed. I understand. I see what's going down. But that screen ain't big enough. Let me see. Is this big enough? No, still too small. Hold on. Okay, this looks more respectable. Is this more respectable? Or is that too big? Downtown Denver. Okay. Has anyone spoken yet? Has anyone used the spoken word yet? OMG, well, I'm waiting for my bike ride. So if I don't get no response, I'm off my bike ride. This is just a quick one. There's a quick one pre-bike ride. Okay. It's going down in Minneapolis after the unlawful killing. I'm still sharing the screen. I'll let that play. Let me go over. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. I know exactly where I'm going. Going over to post I saw elsewhere. Let me log in. Boom. Don't have to log in. Boom. Go to my what? Where am I? Where am I? What does this say? That's the murdered man. Sharon Bruno, bodybuilder back in the 80s. Had a crush on her. She's still posting, but she don't post her regular pictures now. It's the old photos. And I think, well, damn, that was like 25 years ago. That was 25 years ago. That was 20 years ago. 20 years ago? I think it was 20 years ago. Yeah. I had a crush on you. You're still posting up the old photos, posting new ones. What's wrong with you? My name was George Floyd, a human being, no matter what the color, race, religion, creed. I was murdered by a police officer who wanted to make. I don't know about that. I can't say that. I don't know the guy, but I do know he had a problem person. As I was begging for my life, they disregarded my pleas for help, begged. I knew I was dying. Horrific, gut-wrenching to watch. See George murdered by a so-called fellow human being. I like this one. I like this one. Damn, am I even sharing? Did I even share that shizzle? I wasn't sharing. Has anyone spoken yet? No. We're having a silent program today. We're having a silent program today. Okay, I'm cool with it. You know, the Rafi is adaptable. Okay, so where we at? Let me continue in this vein. Let me stop sharing that and start sharing. Hold on. Hold on. Well, as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. I'm not even going to show that yet. Going to go back to where I was because I thought I was sharing with you, but I was not. Okay, so let's correct that. Who's this? Who's that? What the hell's going on? Oh, yeah. Where the hell was the thing I just saw by Sharon Bernew? Damn it. Let me go into my page. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I just missed it. I just missed it. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me share this other screen. What you got? What you got? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Let's see if I can find this thing. I think you're seeing what I'm seeing now. You're seeing what I'm seeing now, I think. Let's look for Sharon. Her post was really good. Yeah, go on, Sharon. What you saying? What you saying? I hope this is a real one. Dang, can't find it. Maybe if I scroll down. Oh, is this it? Oh, here it is. Dang. Persistence pays. Remember, I was talking about Sharon and you didn't see what I was saying because you're in a different page. I wasn't sharing with you. I was being selfish. I wouldn't share. This was how Sharon looked around 20 years ago. I had a crush on her. I had a crush on you. Still posting the same pics today. Post new pics, Sharon. Post about what you're doing now. Can't really stay living back in the past. Can't do that. Okay. But anyway, let's get into this post. Right. Is that the one? No. This is the one. This is the one. Okay. That's the fellow that killed. And this reads. Philip Carl Roberts comes in and says something. How you doing, Philip Carl Roberts? JD Boxing was here. He was talking. But then I came up against a wall of silence. Well, Philip Carl Roberts has broken the wall of silence. Okay, thank you, Philip Carl Roberts. I was going to have a silent show. I was going to change this topic altogether just for the hell of it. But anyway, okay. We're broken the silence now. So, I don't know if you can see this. Let me make it bigger. Boom, boom. Okay. So, Sharon Bernew writes, my name was George Floyd. Was it Floyd? Okay. A human being, no matter what color, race, religion, or creed. I was murdered by a police officer who wanted to make white great again. I'm not going to read that. I don't know about that. I don't know the guy. I do know it was a problem. I do know he's a long disciplinary record. Is that a good, well-constructed sentence? I think not. Or maybe it was. So I'm not going to change it. Might be good. Okay. As I was begging... What? As I was begging for my life, they disregarded my pleas for help, begged that I knew I was dying. Disgusting, horrific, gut-wrenching to watch, to know, to see George murdered by a so-called fellow human being, not a soul begging for his life. Thanks to video phones, the asswipe cop can no longer, cops plural, can no longer get away with such barbarity. Sharon says cruelty, I say barbarity. Yet the FBI needs to investigate. Investigate what? You got a murder on tape. It's on tape. It's a murder. cold-blooded murder. Have a man handcuffed behind the back. Wicked cowards. Put down your arms. And let's do it. Let's do it old school style. Put down your handcuffs. Let's do it old school style. How about that? No? You want to use your weapons, cuff people, and then murder them. I could respect a man more if he'd, just murder the guy straight. Just hand to hand. Best man win. Worst man dies. Okay, that's kind of rough and it's kind of rugged. It's kind of cruel, but, let's do that then. Let's not handcuff people behind their back and then murder them. How about we don't do that? Yeah, that's not good. Okay. And before I come out to this, because this is the intro, but I was going to do this in the night show. I had no intention of doing it just now, but I don't know. I think I pressed a button, it popped up, and I said, okay, we'll do it now. This is Sharon Bruneau, the lady I talked about. So I should look back in the day, talking about her thoughts and observations for George Floyd. And before I come out to this, the link is in the chat. Before I come out to this, where am I going to go? I was going to do something. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I remembered. Let me make this a bit smaller so we can get the we can get the full splendor of Sharon before we leave this, and boom, there you have her. That's how she used to look. Okay, let's come out of that and let's go into this final piece for those who don't know, which saw this yesterday. I thought it was excellente. Sums up my lord. Sums up my feelings on the topic. Which knee bothers you more? OMG. Let me see if I can see what you can see. Can you see what I can see? Can you see what I can see? Yeah, you can. I want to make it bigger so it's clearer. I want to make it bigger and clearer. Clearer. Now, is that too big? That's the question. Oh, shizzle. Of course it's too big. There you go. You can't even see what's going on. Oh, you see it now. You see it now. Can you see me now? Let's work on this. Let's get it perfect. Few things in life are perfect, but let's try to get this centered. Boom. Okay, and which knee bothers you more? A lot of people complain about Kaepernick. So tell me. There you see the torso of George Floyd. Couldn't remember the guy's name for a second. Never heard of him before. Never heard of him until he got killed. Never heard of him until he got murdered. Now, bear in mind, this guy's got his hands cuffed behind his back. He went into a store, tried to make a purchase. Turned out the $20 note was fake or suspected to be fake. The police were called. George Floyd waited outside the shops for the police to come. There's a lot of £2 coins over here in the UK that are fake. Fake coins, fake notes. I was notified that one of the coins I tried to spend, the £2 coin that I tried to spend in the pound shop, was fake. That's why the machine wasn't accepting it. Do you deserve to get killed for trying to spend some money, which turns out to be fake? I didn't know it was a fake 2 pound coin. Machine rejected it. Said, oh, okay. Damn. 20 minutes later. 20 minutes later, I get the notification that I am live. Well, no, that's a lie. I've been live for 20 minutes and 18 seconds according to the clock. Okay, so George Floyd waited patiently for the police to come. The shop owner said that's highly unusual. Someone tries to spend a fake note and they leg it. They're not around by the time the police come. Seems like George Floyd wasn't worried. Waited for the police to come. They came and he was peaceful. No aggression. Next thing you know, he's handcuffed. CCTV video outside the shop shows no aggression on George Floyd's part. No aggression seen anywhere, any angle. He's handcuffed, and this specimen, this piece of work, would you call him a human being? This thing here, is this thing a human being? This thing here, is that a human being? See the withered arms, the withered leg, the withered leg. Yeah, this guy's a little bulletproof under there. While George lays handcuffed, and he's got his knee, the weight of his body. He can transfer weight, of course, from right to the left knee. That's the killer knee right there, the left knee. That's the killer knee. He can subtly transfer his body weight. It seemed that rather than have his body weight on the right knee, which is on his back, he had it on his neck, the left knee. On his neck, he had sufficient weight on the left knee that Floyd George pleaded for his life. Fortunately, normal citizens in America, they had their phones out, they were filming, and they captured the whole scene. Floyd George telling the officer, I can't breathe. Them not paying no attention. This guy, this piece of work here, I don't know what you describe this piece of work here as. And they filmed this thing had police officers around him keeping the citizenry at bay, who surely would have wanted to rescue him when they saw that he was being killed. And this cowardly piece of shit right here, this thing that I'd love to kick the head off clean, stayed on him, listened to his pleas, probably got a little bit of wood in his little pecker, probably even squirted, and then came off. A guy wasn't resisting after he had killed him with his withered knee. This little piece of shit right here. This little scumbag right here. Killed him. Dirty piece of excrement. Pig shit. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about right here. Long disciplinary record, or long record of indiscipline, ill discipline, indiscipline. This little piece of shit here. What can I say about this piece of donkey excrement? That's a disrespect to donkeys, pig excrement. No disrespect to pigs. Yeah. And when Floyd George was dead, then he raised his knee. So I ask you, the question is posed. Which knee bothers you more? I should say most. OMG. Which knee bothers you most? Which knee bothers you most? It looks like he's about to be dead there. Got this little smile. He needs to have his head severed from his body. This guy here. This guy here. Right here. Oh, maybe he's a bit concerned. Why is he not breathing anymore? He's saying, why is he not breathing anymore? Why is he not breathing anymore? Yeah, I don't know. If I lived in America, I think I'd be in jail. Best keep my ass here. Best keep my ass here. Come into contact with beasts like this, I think I'd be in jail. I definitely want some revenge. Best I keep my ass in here in the UK, where you get a little bit more respect. You get a little bit more respect from the constabulary. The constabulary understand that they're working for the people. Get a little bit more respect. If I was in America, I don't know. Yeah, I best keep my ass here. I best not immigrate. Because this kind of shizzle, no. Okay. Where are we? What's going on here? What's going on? What are people saying? Okay. So this was tragic regarding George Floyd. I saw the footage and there was no need to restrain him in that way. Riots have now broken out and the reporter was arrested for no reason in the area by police. Yeah, that was Philip Carl Roberts. God of War say, what's happening? We got another murder. Of a citizen in America, and riots have broken out in Minneapolis. Remember Minneapolis, where Prince came from? Purple Rain. Remember Purple Rain? Well, yeah, that's what's going down. Bus services around the area stopped taking $20 notes because they were fake. How did they conclude that Floyd knowingly tried to use fake money? It's unlikely that he knew if he'd stuck around. Of course, he stuck around. He stuck around and waited for the police because he had nothing to hide, nothing to fear. Tried to spend some money and telling him it's fake. He's not sure it's fake. Yeah. Stayed on this piece of shit here, stayed on his neck until he was dead. Yeah, I ain't going over there. I would be in jail. I'd be in jail if I was over there, because shizzle like that I cannot take. I cannot tolerate. I'd be doing life. I wouldn't see the light of day. Once they catch me, that would be it. Pretty sure of that. Staying in Europe. Might go to the Caribbean. Chances of me immigrating are high, but it can't be America. It can't be. I toyed with Florida. I like the sun, and I'm an old man. I want to live by the beach in a sunny climate. It can't be America. This shows you why it cannot be America. Because for a start, I ain't bowing down to no man. Anybody told to get on their knees, that's what they do over there. They tell you to get on their knees. I say no. Told me to get on my knees over here. I said absolutely not, out of the question. Told me to get on my knees over here in Europe. I said that quite simply is out of the question. I don't bow down to no man. Yeah, I don't bow down to no man. This is when they're taking the cuffs off me. This is when they're taking the cuffs off me. Said turn around. I had a battalion of them. A battalion against one man. Bear in mind, I had committed no crime, and I'm in a cell now after being gassed. They gassed me, but the glasses protected the eyes. Was I wearing glasses? I think I was wearing glasses. I was driving late one night, and they must have mistook me for some real bad guy. Anyway, long story short, they gassed me from behind, jumped me, cuffed me. I wasn't even resisting. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiots, you twats? Cuffed me, got me in the car, and they start crying because they saturated my shirt with their gas. Yeah, they saturated my shirt with my gas, but ironically, because they did it from behind, the gas didn't go in my eyes. Their poison toolery weapon, it didn't go in my eyes, but it went in theirs. The imbeciles. Then I'm in a car. Then I'm in a car with them, and they're all crying because the gas that they sprayed at me which got me in the back and knocked the face, which is where it's supposed to go, was making them cry. Got me down to the station. It was about 10 years ago. Got me down to the station, and one of them said, "Oh, there's a battalion waiting for me." Like I was some kind of notorious wicked man. Battalion waiting for me. I come in shouting, "Who the F's in charge? What the F you twats doing?" What the hell is this? What the hell is this? You should be seeing the caption. You need to see the caption. Where are we? Yeah, okay. Let me see how that looks. Which knee offends you more? Yeah. Make it a tad bigger. Okay, let's have a look at that. No, still too small. No, small's too small. No, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. Let's just wind this up just a tad more. And now it's perfect. Okay. So what happened? Yeah. So one of the fools said, would you mind taking off your shirt? You got the gas getting in our eyes. I responded with a 2-word answer, which begins with F and ends in, which begins in F and ends in F. Kept my shirt on, put me in a cell just to get me away from them because because the gas was getting in their eyes, and remarkably, it wasn't bothering me at all. How ironic, because they sprayed me in the back, just like they would have shot me in the back in America. Well, no, they get guns over there, so they get braver. They probably shot me in the chest. What else? Yeah, so hold on. 1 second. Amuse yourselves. Okay. So told me to, when they came, when they wiped their eyes and cleared their tears, they came to us. Well, it took me to a cell to get me away from them because they were all crying. I don't know. Was it 10 minutes? Was it 15 minutes later? Oh, they walked me to a cell and they came back around. Was it 10 minutes, 15 minutes later? 15 minutes didn't seem like no time to me. I was just pacing up and down. It seemed like minutes to me. But anyway, must have come back 10, 15 minutes later. And yeah, hold on. No, this is when they was taking me to the cell. Yeah. So they must have took me to the cell because I still had the handcuffs on that they strapped on me illegally detained me around 10 years ago. Could have been 15. Could have been 15. Could have been 15 years ago. Could have been 10. Around 10 years ago. They walked me to the cell. That's it. Yeah. Cuffed from behind, walked me to the cell. And then they uncuffed me. They wanted to uncuff me. So I said, "Get down on your knees." And I looked at these twats and I said, "You what?" I said, "Listen, I got my back to you pussies. Yeah. It's about what? A number of them, large number of them. I got my back to you pussies. Now, what do I need to do to make you feel secure? Do I have to actually get down on my knees to make you feel secure?" I said, "Listen, guys, please understand. I don't bow down to no man. What you're going to do is I started to give them instructions. Matter of fact, I was giving them instructions from the moment they walked me into the joint. Anyway, so I said, listen, one of you guys, one of you cowards, walk up to me. I got my back to you. Yeah. Gently unlock the cuff and then jump back. How about that? I can see that you're a bunch of pussies. So what you do is one of you, the least pussy of you, walk up to me. I'm going to stay forward. So you're going to be safe. Undo the cuff, grab the cuffs, and then jump back. How about that? Does that make you feel safe? Does that make you feel safe? Who is this imbecile? Who is this imbecile up in here? Shane Goat Mosley, obesity kills. Yeah, it's probably killing you. Yeah. So you know what, my friend? You know what? Where is this? Where's this twat? Where is this twat? Let's get this fool out of here on a permanent basis. How about that, little twat? Okay. So, where are we? Yeah. So, the least pussy of the pussies. The least pussy of the pussies. Kind of gently, slowly step forward. I faced forward like I promised. Kept my word, so as not to scare him. Stayed facing forward. He uncuffed me and then jumped back. Fair enough. Simple. So there you go. That wasn't so bad, was it? I was trying to reassure them. Give them a sense of comfort. OMG. They're so scared. They're so shook. Why are they in their job? Why are they in their job? Chief. Superintendent, yo, you know I got to be chief, bro. Come on. You know I got to be chief, bro. OMG. All right, what's going on around here? The show's taking a turn. The show's taking a turn. What's going on? A lot of messages are being caught as blocked by my algorithm, by the settings. So I'm not blocking the sensible points. It's just that my settings will block some of them, thinking that they're not good. But I see you. I've unblocked those. Let me get through the chat. I've seen Big Ant post up a few things. They've all been blocked. I've now unblocked them, but I can't see them in the StreamYard live. The chat. So I can't highlight them. I'm not ignoring them deliberately. Matter of fact, let me share my screen and show you. I can't see. Let me stop sharing that. And let me share the StreamYard thing. What is it? The Chrome tab? StreamYard. Share that. Okay. So you can see over here. See this floating up and down? There's certain comments which I've just unblocked, which I can't see. You see here? Boom. So it's not that I'm not gonna not highlight them because I don't want to. It's because I can't see them over here. Because when it gets blocked over on YouTube, I can't see them over here. Yeah, you can see them on YouTube now, but they're not over here in StreamYard. I use StreamYard. You'll see them, so I can't highlight them. So I'm not ignoring certain messages by choice. Once it gets blocked on YouTube, then I can't show it over here, as you can see for yourself. You know, RAF's all about clarity. You know, the RAF is all about clarity and honesty, integrity, something that some folks in blue don't know about. They just don't know about, don't care about, don't give a Okay. Show took a turn. This was not the topic that I had intended. I just meant to keep this for the night show. Remember, we're going live tonight, 9 p.m. UK time, boxing talk and classic fight review. No way to know. I delayed my bike ride for you guys. So glad to have you in here. Just meant to open this, talk about it for a few seconds. But you know, the Rafi, I just follow the spirit. I just follow my spirit. J-Lo dead. Stay in Europe, mate. 100%. They uncuffed me and then retreated. Bear in mind, I wasn't violent once. Presumption of guilt. Long story short, they tried to put some trumped up charges on the Rafi. They tried to put some trumped up charges on the Rafi. Rafi had been out that night. They tried to say Rafi was drinking. The Rafi was drinking. They tried to breathalyze me. They tried to say, can we put it in the trial? Went to trial. Can we put it in the trial that he was close to the drink limit, close to the drink drive limit? Can we put that in the trial? The judge said, how ridiculous. This is a pre-trial. How ridiculous. This is before the jury were in. It was a jury trial. How ridiculous. It's either you're either under the drink drive limit or you're over. And he was under. Not by much. Not by much, but he was under. A cop needs minimum of life in jail. I wouldn't give him much chance in there, but it was his decision to murder. He'll have every chance. They have protection. They are protected. They have protected wings. He'll be in protection, probably in solitary. He'd get his exercise and walk. Mind you, there's a bunch of cops in there. Must be a bunch of cops in there. A few, they could be on their own wing. Can't believe this cop isn't locked up. They're saying they're going to do an FBI investigation. What do you need an investigation for? It's bloody obvious. You got the CCTV from the shop showing the man being nonviolent, showing the man you see under this knee, the withered knee, from the withered arm, from the withered man, from the sick, wicked man. Needs his head. Anyway, needs his head departing. Where are we at? Minneapolis is a war zone right now. Yeah, you got the people marching. You got the people marching. Let me stop sharing that and start sharing this. Where are we at? Where are we at? Part of the disturbances now, part of the protests. Part of the protests. The woman turns around to knock him down. Shame he couldn't get a few bricks on that bodywork of the car. It's a shame. Hope the court caught up with the car. It's got away clear. Got away clear. Not saying the guy was right, but to try to kill him as a result of that, she deserves to be punished. She deserves to be punished. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that's what's going down over there. People are protesting. Superintendent Raphael, I'd have to be chief, bro. I'd have to be chief. I'd have to right the ship. I'd have to right the ship, get the ship right. Get it right. Yeah. Big Ant, ever supporting, often disagree, but is a supporter nonetheless. Nonetheless. Soap on a string, rope on a dope on a rope. What? Ray's is from Minneapolis. Minneapolis. Anywhere near Ashby Park? Anywhere near Ashby Park? Southside is ashes. Damn. Southside is ashes. Okay. So since Ray's brought it up, how about I show what he's talking about? A police precinct in Minneapolis is up in flames after being set alight amid protests over the death of George Floyd, who was killed when he was pinned down by a police officer. By the police. There we go. It's burning. It's burning. It's burning over there. It's burning over there. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let me correct something. Right here. Right now. What are we looking at? Boom. 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 Okay. Right. So Minneapolis is burning as a result of this. Right here. Oh, sorry. Right here. Okay. Let's get back in the chat. No BS. No, I believe you. You're credible. You're a credible witness. You're a credible witness around these parts. Where's my drink? Where's my water? I need water. Hold on. Uno momento. Hold on. I can't leave you the still image while I get my water. Let's stop sharing that and start sharing this. Let me navigating in real time. All right, this is nice. This demonstration has swelled in size. There are tens of thousands of people here now. Tens of thousands? Damn. America doing the right thing for a change. I didn't see the, let me turn the volume down on this. Don't want to be competing with the, don't want to be competing. Damn. You know, even at a time like this, I don't know. Should I be ashamed that I'm seeing some finely shaped ladies in the crowd? OMG. OMG. That's the summer. It's the summer madness. It's the summer madness. It's the COVID madness helping me pick out these things. And we see these things. Crazy, man. Crazy. But I'm glad that America, for a change, is doing the right thing, regardless of color, race, color, gender, creed. And I see America doing the right thing for a change. America, KKK. America don't need the KKK no more. They got the police force doing the KKK's work. So it seems from a European perspective. I'm glad I'm not over there. Can't take that level of disrespect, disregard. It's damn foul over there. Sorry to say. Some of your constabulary, damn, they need hanging. They need hanging. Did you see the reporter being arrested? No. He literally a few seconds earlier said that he would move to anywhere the police told him. It's literally like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes over there. Well, they're not apes, they're human beings. They're human beings, as you can see, but I think I understand what you're saying. The human beings, if you're saying the human being is a relative of the ape, then okay, I hear that. I hear that. What I don't understand is there's a pandemic going on and food supplies are short anyway, but they're destroying supermarkets and burnt apartments down. No, they shouldn't destroy supermarkets because those provisions are needed. And they shouldn't have burned down apartments. If they burn down the police precinct, then who could complain? But no civilian targets. No civilian targets. Well, yeah, I think there's a very good reason for them to go full mental. They should have gone full mental a long, long time ago. Very close. Real hard facts. Well, we don't know. We don't know that he tried to spend a fake. We don't know that he knew it was fake. I tried to spend some money that was fake. I didn't know it was fake. So there's nothing to say that he knew it was fake. And moreover, if he knew it was fake, why would he have stuck around outside the shop? Presumably to tell the police he's got nothing to hide. So he's not running anywhere. He's not running away and was non-violent. That didn't matter. Got his ass killed anyway. Got his ass killed anyway. They killed him. Murdered that man. Bang goes the lockdown, but what did they expect? You can't go around killing people. You can't go around killing people for fun. I got a picture of that guy with his knee on his neck, and I'll give you the biological reason he died in a moment. I can break it down for you from a biological level. Let me switch the screen. How long was that man on his neck? He was on there for an awful long time. He was on there for an awful long time. Cabin fever is no joke. We spend 6 months out of the year indoors because the weather tries to kill us over there in Minneapolis. I heard it gets, way minus sub-zero, way minus zero over there. I heard that in the main areas, you have walkthroughs where you don't have to go outside, so you can go from one building to another in the shopping areas without having to go outside. It gets so cold over there in Minneapolis. Weather tries to kill you, then the virus hits, extending the cabin fever. People are ready to riot for nothing. Well, I suggest to you this is a damn good reason to make your voice heard. No civilian targets should be harmed. No civilian buildings. As far as the federal buildings, hey, they've given their people, the boys in blue, a license to kill innocent people, and that cannot and should not be tolerated. It's about time people fought back, and this time there must be change. God of War says this will change nothing. The racism in the USA is too deeply rooted. Got to root it out. Can't root it out of everybody, but you got to root it out of the government. So the government and the federal government and all your governments, whichever type of government it is, say, we find this unacceptable. We find this simply unacceptable. Simply unacceptable. That's what they got to say from the top. Root it out. Deeply rooted. If it's deeply rooted, root it out as best you can. Weeds will always reoccur. We have to make the effort. Police brutality is awful, though. Not sure what you fully mean by that. It has to change something. Yeah, that's peaceful protest. There's a lot of peaceful protests going on. Can't be overshadowed by the few. I don't know which message is going to destroy. I don't know which message is going to be destroyed. It's funny how they gave us the masks. Yeah, I had to buy my mask. I had to buy my mask in the petrol station. Tens of thousands. Well, if the government won't listen, if the government co-sign, sponsor terrorism on their citizenry and target certain sectors, perhaps, arguably, then something has to be done. It all needs to be done. 8 minutes what? Jesus. 8 minutes on his neck. 8 minutes on 8 minutes on his neck. John D. Lee.
Hi, Rafi.
How you doing, matey?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah. I'm alive.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wow.
I'm alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in Europe and I am alive, and I don't have to take the disrespect that our American friends have to live through. That's some heavy breathing there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the most disturbing thing I've seen about this?
Carry on.
The police officer had 12 counts of brutality against him.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And you see how many other black men he'd shot as well?
Oh, God. I
think he shot 3 other black men and a Latino.
Yeah. I heard they filled up the Latino guy with something like 30 bullets.
I think that's the number of rounds that were shot.
No, 48 was the number of rounds, and about 30 of them or 27 of them went into him.
A lot went in him.
Yeah.
And he was also involved in a chase that resulted in the death of a black man as well. Car chase.
Yeah. Oh God.
But he'd shot an African American in Alaska.
And
I think 2 other African Americans in Minneapolis. The car chase, and there's 12 other counts of police brutality against him.
Jesus.
I know.
Totally sick. Totally
I
sick.
don't know if you've seen this, but the officers that tasered Dalian Atkinson, they've been charged by the CPS with murder.
Jesus, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's going to trial. They're pleading not guilty, and they might get off with the manslaughter.
Yeah.
But the fact is, for me, it's still progress in the fact that the CPS decided to go as far as charging him with murder, because in the past, that wouldn't have happened.
That's right. Very rarely.
It needs to happen every time.
Absolutely.
Because these people are supposed to uphold the law.
Yeah. Theoretically, but over in America, in a lot of places, but over in America, they think they are, but when they are above the law.
He's like a serial killer.
Oh my God.
He is. He actually is.
Oh my, OMG. Somebody dispute that. I want somebody to come in here and dispute that.
I was looking at the number of deaths by policemen in America.
Yeah.
And it's there have been more white people killed in America than black people this year. The numbers are nearly on parity, though.
Yeah, and there's much. Isn't there much?
The population difference is 75% of the population is white, and 12% is black.
So in reality, you see,
proportionately,
it's dramatically higher proportion of black folk.
Well, yeah. So for
John, can I just stop you there? No, carry on, please. Carry on. No, carry on. Yeah.
Go on.
No, I gotta stop you. John, is there something wrong with me that I keep on seeing these big booty women in the crowd? Is there something? Do I need some medication?
No, it's okay, Raf.
Is it okay?
That just means you're still alive. It means you're still enjoying life.
John, I'm very much alive.
Don't worry about it, Raf. Don't worry about it, Raf. When you stop noticing them, that's when you gotta be concerned.
I can't take my eyes off this big booty girl here.
Raf, I'll give you a name.
Yeah.
Peace Hyde.
Peace Hyde.
Just go and Google that.
Google that. Is it this lovely lady here? But anyway.
Yeah, she's
I'm being frivolous, but you know what? I'm not disrespecting what happened. I'm talking about what happened. But in the meantime, I'm admitting to my manly nature. But carry on, John.
Well, that's part of life, Raf. You need to enjoy life.
100.
You should be enjoying it.
100.
So, in reality, for every 75 white men the police kill, it should only result in 12 black men being killed.
Yeah, for parity.
That's the reality. But it's not quite parity.
No, in order to get parity. Oh, okay, I hear you.
No. But because the numbers are nearly the same, that's how disproportionate it is. I think this year it's been, because there's not been a lot because of COVID.
Yeah.
So I think there's been something like 41 white men and 37 black men.
I get you.
But if you was to look at the percentage of the population,
yeah,
it's so much greater.
Yeah.
You know, because they're less than a quarter of the white population.
Right. Yeah, I hear that. It's crazy over there. It's crazy over there. Disrespect is off the charts. Killing people who are not offering any resistance. That's got to be the lowest. That's the lowest of the low. That's the lowest of the low. When you murder someone who's offering no resistance, you're the lowest of the low. You can't get no lower than that.
The police are always going to attract bullies. I mean, the nature of what they do, unfortunately, is going to attract people that aren't very good at handling power that's given to them. But we need them. But what we need them to do is
we need them to be decent and fair and uphold the law and not impose murderous law.
Well, if people break the law in a police uniform, they should be subject to the law.
That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, that's all it should be.
That's all we're asking for. We're not asking for anything extra. We're just asking that police who break the law will be subject to the law in the same way that any other normal citizen would be.
If anything, they should be penalized harder because they've been entrusted to uphold it and they have abused it.
If anything, they should be, absolutely. They should be looked at. They should be judged harsher, not more lenient. The case.
Exactly. You know, there isn't any of this. Oh, they're just doing their jobs. The restraint he was using is not something that you're authorized to do as a police officer.
Well, let's talk about that. Let me talk about that from a martial artist perspective. Okay, so the move. Let's go back to the move. Let's inspect the move. Let me break down the move, and I'll describe the move and why it was inappropriate from a martial arts perspective. Okay, so let me make sure that you can see what I can see. Okay, right. So there's a choke called the arterial choke in jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, of course, comes from judo. So yeah, there's a move called the arterial choke. Now it's a choke where you've got the person, your arm wrapped around, one arm wrapped around the neck, and the other arm is behind the neck. Now, chokes are normally associated with a choke to the front of the neck, but with the arterial choke, it's actually a choke to the sides of the neck. So what you're seeing there is effectively an arterial choke. Where is it? Right down here. What you're seeing here is an arterial choke. So that's the shoulder. That's the head. Here is the neck. So this withered knee from this withered man is now pressing down on the side of the neck. That's the arterial choke. Right now, so you're cutting off. It's more like it's also called a blood choke. So it's not that you're cutting off the air. It's that you're cutting off the blood flow. So, of course, you're getting now deoxygenated blood to the brain. So you're starving the brain now. You're starving the brain. It's not so much that the air is choking out. It's the blood. So now no blood. You're cutting off the blood flow to the head. And apparently this guy was in that position for 8 minutes. 8 minutes. So it's an arterial choke. It's a blood choke. No blood can get to the head. You're stopping the blood flow. He was in that position for 8 minutes, and that's what killed the guy. So it is effectively a different form, a different style of arterial choke. Now in jiu-jitsu, when we're doing that, or wrestling, they probably call it something different, but you'll tap out to that after a while because the lack of blood flow is critical, and you tap out to that. You tap out to the arterial choke. Maybe not as fast as you tap out to the front choke or what's known as the rear naked choke. Anybody who doesn't know the terminology, if you remember Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz, if you remember the finishing move, that choke was a rear naked choke. That's an air choke. That's cutting off the air. That stops the air to the brain. This is stopping the blood to the brain. I'm looking at this from a martial arts point of view, martial arts perspective. Okay, this piece of shit here was in the force for something like approaching 20 years, and he didn't know that move could kill. Well, for that alone, he shouldn't have been on the force for 1 year. much less 20, if he doesn't know that this could kill. That's the arterial choke. That's what happened. That's what worked. That's
I've got a massive point about this.
Okay.
How long does it take to put a pair of handcuffs on?
Do you know that he was handcuffed?
He's already handcuffed and they're doing that.
Oh, you didn't know? He was handcuffed?
No. I've only seen this picture, so I cannot.
He was handcuffed.
So what exactly is a man who's been handcuffed going to do? Why does he need restraining on the floor like that when you're a man armed with a gun and a stick?
And mace.
They do carry pepper spray. I wasn't sure if American police carried pepper spray.
Pepper spray.
They got taser. So they're like
fully armed.
They couldn't really be more armed, could they? So
it's madness.
I'm struggling to speak because all I've done is I've just seen the pictures because I don't know if it's really been in the news that much over here.
I don't watch the news over. I don't watch any.
I don't anyway.
Boom! I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. This is all from social media. All from social media that I
was aware of it from social media, but all I've seen the picture you've got there. I've seen several other pictures of that, and I've seen somebody who'd got a print off of all his previous.
Oh, they always love to go for the previous. Oh, they love that, don't they?
No, the police officers.
Oh, the police officers. Okay, yeah.
I've got no idea whether this man had actually perpetrated the crime that he had been accused of, but that's not the police's job.
No. Well, he stayed there. He waited for them. He was allegedly tried to spend $20 or tried to spend something.
I'm aware that it was supposed to be a fraudulent check. That's what he had been accused of.
Well, I saw an interview with the shopkeeper. I saw an interview with the shopkeeper, and he said it was a $20, a fake $20 bill that he was alleged to have tried to tender. They didn't accept it. They didn't detain him, but they said they were keeping the 20 and calling the police. So he stuck around for the police to come. I don't know if he wanted to dispute whether it was find out once and for all, because he may have thought it was real. He wanted the police to come and, say, is it real or is it fake?
If he'd been paid in cash, he could have taken it in good faith.
Yeah, of course. I said before, I went in the pound shop. I put the £2 coin in the machine. It rejected it a few times. Spoke to the assistant. I said, "Excuse me, it won't accept my £2 coin." And he said, "Oh, there's been a lot of fake ones." I looked at it again.
And how do we know that the shopkeeper's 100% honest? Maybe the shopkeeper knew he'd got a forged note and was trying to pin it on somebody else. Yeah.
We don't know.
Or take some other currency for that forged note and pulled a fast one for his sleight of hand.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why he stuck around. He probably thought it was legit. He stuck around, and I don't know if they had time to dispute it yet. I don't even know if they spoke to the people in the shop, but the shopkeeper released footage which the police asked them not to, and it shows that he was being totally peaceful. They handcuffed him. I guess they would have said it was procedure, and then. We see this picture here, but according to everyone concerned, according to all the video footage available, there was no signs of violence from him. That this policeman has a long violent record. Where is he? Yeah, long violent record.
He fits the criteria of a mass murderer.
Yes,
he's got 4 deaths on him.
He's got 4 bodies.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think and that's prior to this one.
Yeah, of course. Crushing the neck slowly. It's not actually the windpipe. It says crushing the windpipe's not actually the windpipe. The windpipe's around the front. It's an arterial choke. It's a blood choke, so it's cutting off the vein. It's cutting off activity of the arterial vein. Is it the arterial vein? I can't remember. It runs up in the neck, but we call it in jiu-jitsu an arterial choke. So basically, you're cutting off the blood flow to the brain, which is as good as cutting off the oxygen. You're gonna die.
Well, 100%. I mean, blood's purpose is to transport things around the body, the primary one being oxygen.
Absolutely.
So if you're cutting that supply off, you're cutting off oxygen.
It's a move that is not authorized by the police, so it's an unauthorized move and with good cause.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the things that was listed in all of his previous that I saw on social media.
Damn. Justice for Floyd, crushing his neck slowly. It's the blood flow. It's cutting off the blood flow. It's not even the weight on the neck. That's not the problem. The problem is it's cutting off the blood flow to the brain. Blood supply from
and presumably with his hands handcuffed behind his back.
Yeah,
he's unable to relieve any of the pressure
that's right.
Anyway as well.
That's right.
So, you know, if someone's doing the move like that on you, you can lessen it by holding the knee or the leg or something.
Yeah.
But he's not in a position to do that. He's completely defenseless.
Handcuffed, defenseless, lying on his front, completely
I don't understand how a handcuffed man is not in the back of the car when you've got all that level of arms on you.
Crazy. If they wanted him in the car, they would have put him in the car.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah, totally.
You've got a gun.
Yeah.
He's got his handcuffs. He's handcuffed. You've got mace. You've got a taser. You can get him into your car.
That's right.
It does not take 9 minutes to subdue someone on the floor.
Yeah.
And they're already handcuffed.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not, how long did you say he was on his neck for? 9 minutes?
8 minutes.
Well, same difference.
He's in that position. He's in that position for a solid 8 minutes. Videoed, people screaming, people helping him, telling them that he can't breathe.
Okay. Let's just say this incident like this is on film, but it's not a police officer doing this.
Yeah.
100% that man's going to prison for premeditated murder.
No doubt.
There's no question.
No doubt.
So if anything, like I've said, the sentence should be sterner because he is a police officer.
100%. 100%. And, it kind of reminds me of the other case, Jesse Smollett or whatever his name is. No, I think that was the actor. I don't know. What was the other guy's name? The other guy's name who got killed by those, the vigilantes. I
remember talking to,
yeah.
Do you know the worst part about this? There's so many, you forget the names.
You forget the names.
So
many. You forget the names. It's terrible. It's disgusting. Well, that guy, one of the guys, the father of the guy who shot the father. He was in the van as well, the Jeep, whatever you call it. And he had a shotgun as well. He was a police officer, and it turns out he wasn't even qualified to be a police officer when you look through his record. Then it turns out, and I've seen the pictures. I didn't bring them up here because I wasn't gonna bring that case into this case. But then it turns out the father in that case, who was a police officer, there's pictures. I've seen pictures of him at KKK rallies. So you had a police officer who was in the KKK, who attended rallies in KKK. Well, it's not KKK, some far right group similar to them, and he was in their uniform. So he was wearing a police uniform and some far right outfit uniform as well. He was wearing two opposing uniforms. I don't remember what got me onto that point, but yeah, this guy.
His name is Ahmed Aubrey. I think I'm pronouncing
Aubrey something. Yeah, that's right.
First name's like Ahmed or
Ahmed Ahmed. Yeah. I'm not going to try the first name, but I know it's Aubrey, something Aubrey. Somebody will put it in the chat. He might.
Well, normally here when they spell Ahmed, it would be spelled differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm not.
But I know that some of the American spellings.
How are they spelling it?
AHMAUD. So it's like Mahmood, but with an R at the front.
Ahmoud.
So I'm not too sure. I think it's Ahmoud.
Ahmoud.
But we may find out it's pronounced differently.
Ahmad, something like that. Aubrey, Mr. Aubrey. So his father, who was also in the police force, who was also on the chase of this jogger, who also had a shotgun, armed, locked and loaded. He was not even qualified to be a police officer, apparently, when they went back and checked his records, and he was in a far right group, paid up member, went on marches. So he was a far right guy. This is what I'm being told from my girlfriend at work, up to date here in Minnesota. What did he say before that? Respect to you, man, but the police officer killed a man. What's whatever the method he used, the man is dead. Yes, that's Shahid Soleil Vizo in the building. Vizo. This was a second or third unit that arrived and took over. Okay. Okay. Archery. Once a killer, always a killer. If the law allowed this officer to go free, he will kill again. Ahmad Arbery. Ahmad. Even the pronunciation from Chase Athletics there, much appreciated. The police have a utility belt and armor. It's pronounced Ahmad, which includes every piece of weaponry described in the video. Indeed, they got the stick, the nightstick, which they can use in the day as well. They got the mace, pepper spray, tear gas, whatever you want to call it, and they got the taser, and they have the gun. So that's at least 5 options, all of them which can be lethal. You can die from mace in rare cases. You can die from getting tased. Yeah, so all of those are potentially lethal. You can die by getting hit over the nightstick on the head. So all of those are potentially lethal options that he had. Some less lethal than others. He didn't need any of them as it goes. Other than the cuffs. The man was already cuffed. Man,
if a guy's stood there waiting for you to arrive,
yeah,
and you tell him that you're arresting him, and he says, "I'm happy to go to the station,"
yeah,
does he need handcuffs?
No.
I'm not proud of this, Rafi. I'm not proud of this.
Yeah.
I've been arrested.
I'm not proud of it either. I've been arrested too.
Yeah. No, it's more than once.
Yeah, me too.
I wasn't always handcuffed.
Yeah. I was always handcuffed.
Well, the worst one I had was a mistaken ID.
Okay.
I was sat at a bus stop on Cornwall, and I didn't know what was going on.
That's where I met. What's the bodybuilder called? Dorian. Dorian.
Yeah. The temple's around there somewhere.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a bus to Harbour. Police stopped.
Yeah.
And they got out of the car and asked me if I had any sharp objects on me. I was like, this is a bit weird.
Was that their opening line?
Yeah, it was, yeah. I think that's like a safety precaution. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so I got arrested. I got taken to Steelhouse Lane. And apparently there'd been a robbery at knife point.
Mm-hmm.
And the poor old lady who had been robbed was sat in the car while they were driving around, and she pointed at me and said, "Oh, it could be him."
Oh dear.
So I got left in the cells for about 12 hours.
Oh no.
But again, I'll be honest with you, at the time, I probably looked like a bit of a street scully. So that probably helped the police think, oh yeah, she's probably right.
Yeah.
I know, as a white man, if I'm sat there in a suit, it's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Even as a black man in a suit, it's less likely to happen.
But it's still more likely for you than it would be.
Yeah, still more likely for me.
Yeah.
It's true.
And that's the problem with it all, isn't it? But what I don't understand is, if he's gone willingly, how is he not in the car? And why is he not at the police station?
Making a show of him, show of strength, trying to show strength.
Being a bully.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's what bullies do.
Yeah, exactly. They need to let everybody know that they've got this power over somebody. Yeah.
They could have just put him in the car. He wasn't resisting. There's no suggestion from any quarter that he was being violent. I don't think anybody, even the right, I don't think even they're saying he was being violent. But yet, instead of just putting him in the car and talking to who they need to talk to and then make whatever statements they need to take and whatever, instead of doing that, they decided to lie him down on the ground and kill him over an 8-minute period.
Yeah. I mean, it should have just, if they think there's an offence that's been made, you take him to the station and you put him in a cell and you go through your procedure.
100%. 100%. Where are we going from here? I think that we've chopped and diced this up. I'm not going to go into the MMA stuff. Not going to go into that. That's a woman driving, by the way. Not going to go into the MMA stuff. We're going to do that in the night show, 9 p.m. UK time, boxing talk and classic fight review. But you know, Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio is more than a boxing channel. It's more than that's a woman driving, crazy. More than an MMA channel. It's more than a combat channel. It's boxing. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. We're also a radio. It's also a radio show. It's also visual radio. And I think you've probably figured it out by now that I'll be following my instincts more, and I'll be covering certain news topics, even though I don't watch the news. Certain things transcend the news, and even for a guy like me who rejects the news now, because it's not my news, it's agenda-driven news. So I pick the topics that I want to pay attention to. I don't need to watch a tube to brainwash me into thinking in a way that other people, in a way that the 1% want me to think. I don't watch their propaganda. I just I get the news from the people. It was people that filmed this. This is where I get my news from. It wasn't an organization. It wasn't a corporation. This was a normal civilian. I get my news from civilians, people on the ground, people who are seeing it, people who are experiencing it, people who are part of it, people who are getting run over by a woman in a SUV. That's where I get my news from. And I think the penny may have dropped, where I'll be covering more what they call news. Mr. Raphael Dawkins Combat and Radio. So expect more of this shiznix from May. He's going to be getting more. It's not just about boxing. It's not just about UFC. It's about life. And injustice. Can't take it. It's horrible. It's disgusting. It's repulsive. It cannot be tolerated. And if there's one thing I want to achieve, there's one thing I want to achieve. There are many things I want to achieve in this life. One of them is I want to be one of the people who brought more justice to the world. If I just add one grain of sand to the mound of other people who added one grain of sand to that cause, to that quest, then I'll consider that I did my bit. Yeah. Yes. To the mother. Yes. So what's going on here? Thanks for providing us with real news. Expect more real news from Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio and all the people who are associated with the channel. No problem. I'm amazed you guys are having this discussion, and I appreciate every one of you. I don't feel alone in the world. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you come into this thing and some people try to tell you what you're supposed to do. Some people try and come on your channel and tell you what you're supposed to talk about, what you're not supposed to talk about. And, you know, maybe that gets a little bit in the psyche. You start to question, what am I supposed to talk about? And what am I not supposed to talk about? Well, let me just make it clear without any form of ambiguity. I talk about whatever I so see fit. So let that be a message to any mofos out there who think they got any pull, who think they got any sway, who think they got some kind of swag to tell the next man how it's supposed to operate. Go and find yourself a nice, comfortable swivel chair. That's my message to you, mofos. Come see me, baby.
To be honest, Ralph.
Yeah.
I do think that people should say what you should and shouldn't say when it comes down to this sort of thing, because you can't sit there and be silent. It's allowing it to happen. So it's the opposite. People should be bringing it to people's attention.
Yeah. But you sounded like you was agreeing with the people who were.
No. I'm doing the reverse.
Okay. Say your sentence again then, because I misconstrued it. I misunderstood.
Yeah, exactly. There is a correct response to this. What's happened? Okay. And it's highlighting it. The incorrect response is staying silent.
Well, that's what you feel, and that's what I feel. But you also appreciate their other points of view.
No, not when there's a clear injustice like this, because it's the silence that's allowing it to continue.
I agree with you.
So that's my stance on it.
Yeah.
And I don't, and you know, if people think that it's not my place to tell anybody what to say, we've just seen another man murder another man. We have laws.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I'm telling you how to live your life or anything else.
Straight. Man in a uniform. You know, it's okay because you got a uniform. You got a uniform, it's okay.
And it should be the opposite of that. It should be, if you've got a uniform on, you should be whiter than white.
Yeah.
There should be no blemish.
Right. Absolutely.
If you're going to be trusted to enforce laws.
100%. 100%. He was one of those regular friendly people in the community, and that's what makes it really sad.
He's clearly just an ordinary guy.
Ordinary guy.
And let's be honest, right? If he'd hit hard times and he'd used a forged note, that's a slap on the wrist. It's not a serious crime. He's not making the forged notes.
Yeah.
And we've got no evidence to suggest that he was using a forged note.
Right.
We've got a shopkeeper's suspicion. That's all. And you know, I don't want to. You know, was the shopkeeper a racist? Probably.
Yeah, possibly.
There's a good chance.
Yeah, the shopkeeper wasn't there. Apparently, allegedly, it was his workers. He came back and he said that he didn't expect this kind of outcome from that kind of complaint. It was totally unacceptable. The shopkeeper is not standing behind a murderous cop.
Okay. Well, there's shop assistant then.
Yeah.
You know, why is he doing extra checks to a black man's note? There's no point like trying to polish a turd.
Yeah.
That's what's happened.
Yeah, that's possibly what happened. My point of view is that he's entitled to do the check and he's entitled to call the police. I don't see anything wrong with that. The issue is that the police are not entitled to kill unarmed people.
No, but that was my original point anyway.
Yeah, I totally.
Even if he's guilty of the alleged crime.
Yeah.
Even if he's guilty of it.
Yeah.
What's the maximum sentence for using this forged note?
It certainly should not.
It's not death.
It's
not death, is it?
It certainly should not be death. It certainly should not be death. And it's good to see the people standing behind justice or kneeling for justice. And that is a wonderful segue. When we talk about kneeling for justice, as a wonderful segue into this. Let me see if it's on the screen properly. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're not going to talk about what we're going to talk about now. We're going to talk about that later. I intended this to be for an hour, but it flowed. It flowed and it's gone. And John Dealey was kind enough to join me. And it's taken us up to 1 hour, 35 minutes and counting. But we're counting down now. No life should be lost for that. Worse still, when a man's not resisting. It's sickening. It's gut-wrenching. But you know that Rafi's point of view. You gotta love life. You really got to love life because you don't know when you're gonna go. And to go in that manner is foul and repugnant. But Rafi's got the remedy. I'm gonna jump on my bike and ride in the sunshine. I'm gonna enjoy my life. You enjoy your life. Be active. It brings joy. It brings joy because you never know when you're gonna go. Final words from John Dealey. Remember, 9 p.m. tonight, UK time, boxing talk and classic fight review. John Dealey, thanks for jumping on. Your final words for this show.
Thanks for having me on, and thanks for doing your work in highlighting this issue, because people can't do enough to highlight it.
100%. 100%. I'm going to go and get my bike ride now. Remember, folks, I'm going to retitle this. So it's going to be the man's name. I think it's George Lloyd. George Lloyd, I think is his name. I will retitle this under his name. And gotta say rest in peace. Rest in peace. I don't want to say his name in case I get it wrong again. I think it was George Lloyd. Was he George Floyd? George Floyd. Now let me write that in the chat. Let me write my opinion. R.I.P. George Lloyd. And with that, I say tune in later. Expect more of these topical pieces. Oh yeah, Floyd. Let me correct that. Good thing I didn't post that. Floyd. F-L-O. George Floyd. Yes. Okay. So tonight, 9 p.m. UK time, boxing talk and classic fights review. Thanks for everybody for tuning in and sticking with it. And all that's left for me to say for now is blessed.